Hey yo. 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 All right, for a minute there I thought you lost it. Whoa. Hey yo.
Remember when you were making out with your first girlfriend, and you came right as she touched your leg? It was me, Barry. I jerked you off at super speed so it'd seem like you nutted at just a woman's touch!
I got you a gift. I know it's a little bit early, but it just came in. No, it just came in. I figured I'd give it to you now.
What's this?
It's Big Chungus.
What is Big Chungus?
Do you like it?
I don't even have a PS4. What is Big Chungus? Is this a joke?
This kid's definitely on crack right now.
Yeah! Yeah!
One day, someone will finish what I've started, Wolverine! One day! One day!
We're here.
Dude, that's so sad.
It's so sad. It's tragic. It's never ending. It's an infinite swirl, if you will. Just like today. It's Monday once again, which is a week. The week is like an infinite swirl. You ever think about that?
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, I feel like we just did Monday last week.
I know. But here it is, the Hardline, everybody. It is, 9:09 Central Time. The Hardline, do you know where your Hardliners are at? They're right here. Spread the word. We tweeted this out. We had a big weekend this weekend. And before we talk about the big weekend, we got to bring in the big man himself. It's been a while. Please welcome into the Hardline.
He's coming to puke! He's gonna puke! He's gonna puke! He's gonna puke!
Hey, me!
What?
Oh, dude, the meme might live true to its real life happening. I'm feeling a little queasy as we speak, but I'm going to try to keep it in. You know, well, all the caffeine pills hit me at the same time, and I forgot I hadn't eaten hardly anything today. So instead of them just sitting on food and giving me normal energy, I'm like, oh, it's a little much. Might vomit, but it'll be the good kind of vomit. You know. It's like when you're drunk and you vomit. It's a good vomit. You're glad it's over with kind of thing.
Well, have you eaten anything yet?
I'm just not hungry. It's probably all the caffeine.
Yeah, it's 100%
suppressing my appetite.
Yeah.
And just,
I believe it.
It's one of the little known benefits of caffeine is that
Makes you hungry?
it lowers your insulin level in your blood, or like it, suppresses it, and then that lowers your hunger because of like something to do with ghrelin.
It's just like the sleep factor. Like the minute it wears off, you get super fucking hungry. It's like, oh shit, I'm gonna eat the whole fridge now. So the good thing is you kind of only eat one square meal a day, and
The
that's
bad thing is
if
it's
you
an
can.
entire birthday cake, right?
It can be, depending on your habits. I've weaned myself from such extremes, but I'm still susceptible to a few little Debbies every once in a while, and then regretting it like 10 minutes later. So
Yeah, it's hard to ignore those fancy cakes.
yeah, fancy. The
Speaking
icing
of,
is white.
speaking of fancy cakes, here's Edwin.
That was
He's a
terrible.
fancy cake for the Ace.
It's the worst introduction in Hardline history right there. We just
You
made
usually hear at the beginning of the show, there's no stinger.
Jesus, Phil. You could have at least called him the Puerto Rican cake. That sounds a little better.
It's still fancy.
At least that sounds like something you could say to Razor Ramon and only get hit mildly for saying to it.
Like, I'm the cheese in your coffee. If you're introduced.
That's right.
Disgusting. Disgusting. Well, we're here, guys. It's Monday. We got a lot of people in the chat here. Share it around. I tweeted it out earlier. We got Dean, the drawing machine in the chat. What's up, Dean? Rand Nada, Tech Zombie, all the regulars. We got General Piggy is here. He's talking about the Pepe meme. Makes him want to cry. We saw this guy this weekend, ran an Admiral Wackass.
Yeah, the man who's putting in the work.
That's right. Yeah, we'll talk about it. We had a big weekend this
We'll
week.
get into that later.
Yeah. Scrolling up here. Dale A is here. Jay Ryan. Good to see everybody again. Yeah, I mean, should we talk about it now?
Yeah, we could just start off the show, I guess, before we get into all of the bean-related topics. Well, Shelby's not here, so we can't talk about beans yet.
I don't want to ever talk about beans again. I do.
What has been happening in my absence? Jesus Christ!
You missed it. Shelby created a Bean Meme Facebook group, and he's gatekeeping all the hardline from it for some reason.
Oh, snap!
I don't want
to. Oh man, what a slap in the face! I can't believe this.
Bizarre behavior from Shelby, but.
A regular Benedict Arnold he is. That's Shelby.
Well, in honor of Shelby's absence, all channel members will see in their custom emojis down there, there is now a new big bean emoji that you could put in the chat. So if you want Shelby here, you could just keep spamming the big bean emoji.
Please don't.
Yeah, it's like the bat signal for Shelby,
Yeah, there you go.
That sounds horrible.
Just post a bean with a pair of glasses.
Triple big
emoji.
Bean. Shell Bean, they call him now. He's a human bean.
Yeah, see, Shell Bean. A human being. Now, did you just put those new emojis up? Because I don't have them.
Yeah. You have to refresh.
Oh my God.
I put them up right when you started the stream.
Everyone, you mean right when I started the bean?
Yeah, that too. General Piggy.
Jesus Christ. Ace, I can't handle this bean nonsense. It's already making me fucking pissed off up in here. What did Shelby do?
This is your fault, brother. I've been, missing the last couple episodes. These guys have just derailed the hard line. It's all been all bean talk. It's been the bean line,
When the warden's away.
I'm facing terrible realities right now that this is possibly my fault, and I don't like that. But I feel like the logic's airtight, and it's frustrating me even more now. Ace, you were supposed to lie and spare my feelings here.
Brother, we're two truth tellers here on the hard line. No lies. Only the truth here.
All right. I'll drop.
It's also Aaron's fault too, but we're gonna bring that up.
Oh, I can blame Aaron?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, how was Aaron? Aaron was on your show last night, Ace.
Yeah, man, he was good. We were just doing a little talking about some writing for different IPs and stuff. Had a fun little conversation. You can catch the replay on Drawing Aces CG channel. Do the writer's cut every other Sunday. So we'll be back in 2 Sundays with another guest. We've had all of the Hardline. I'm pretty much Phil, Brandon, Joe, Began showed up, Sim. We even had Michael Bancroft on, so you can go check those out. Just a different kind of stream I like kind of doing, trying to branch out on the channel. So it's been fun.
Did Aaron go full dangatang?
No, he was good. He was just a little. I think he got a little flustered there for a little bit, but it's not major.
Did he show off his library card?
No, he did show off a lot of nose hair though.
Oh my!
Yeah, he does that.
Yeah. He likes the up nose view on the cell phone, and whatever works.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's had to have been better than the time I was on, because you could have basically taken my episode of the writers the writers block series. I know I'm fucking it up on purpose. And you could have basically taken, like, the meme of the guy from the Alien show with the crazy hair and it just says aliens or whatever.
Yeah.
You can Photoshop my face on that and just write Berserk. And it was pretty much like,
yeah, it's 45 minutes of Berserk talk.
Me being like, well, look, in Berserk.
Well,
let me circle back to Berserk Ace.
Before we get into this weekend, here's a new food news.
Ooh.
What do you guys think?
I heard that.
Is this food news or fashion news? Because my answer will vary depending on what side of the coin this falls on.
The pig vomit news.
Who are we talking to? They were talking about how that material is edible and it's in like some kind of food already, aside from these Crock-Tarts.
I'm sure it is. They serve it at the Washington, D.C. schools.
Oh, no, it was Nick at work. He was saying that they use the same foam material in yoga mats, which I would imagine is similar to Crocs, as they use in the McRib.
What?
Yeah, that's what he was saying. To like,
it's just like 3% to give a little, so you can chew
it's
it.
cheaper than sawdust, I guess. And
it's an edible level.
Yeah. A small percentage won't hurt nobody.
This is horrible.
Look, I would totally wear these. Pop-Tart, Crocs, I would totally wear them.
This is right. Sock tarts. You could pair it with sock tarts. You could do sock tart with a Croc tart on top of it.
I wear rip-off versions of Crocs, Crocs, like a Legends. Noah, you would wear Crocs, and I'm disappointed in you. That's big gay. You don't
I feel like Crocs as a shoe just looks gross on people. So, like, I've never seen a human being in Crocs and not been utterly disgusted by it. Even though I'm sure there's nothing wrong with them. It's just something about it. I don't know.
Did you say human being?
Yeah. Not Shelby, but a real boy. A real human.
I heard that, see, this is not only Kellogg's makes this, but it was a joint, a company joint between Kellogg's and Betty Crocker.
God.
You could bake your Crocs in like 15, 20 minutes.
Great job. You should have played the great job clip right there. They're too hard to find.
Oh, no, Tech Zombie. All right, let's talk about the week.
Great job.
Phil.
Yeah.
Did Noah say top G's wear Crocs? The comment went by so quick I didn't see.
Yeah, he did.
Oh man. Noah, your cool points just dropped a big time, my dude. But we'll see what happens. Maybe tides will turn.
Yeah, Joe, you missed this. We actually instituted an age limit on the Hardline, so I don't know how he got through. So if you're one of our wrenches here, if you want to just time him out.
Just time it.
Until he's of age, just time him until he's of age.
That's true, yeah. All right. Well, Ben, you want to talk about your big weekend this weekend?
Yeah, but you have to ask me questions about it. You have to be the interviewer.
So, what did you what'd you do this weekend?
Oh, I had a big convention. There's a convention I've been doing for the last 3 years where I showcase my art. I was talking about it the previous week to the show, and it's called Exotica. And so we went there and had a booth and showed off the art. And yeah, we did the C2E2 was 2 weeks ago.
Right.
And that was the test bed for Exotica, which I feel like it worked out really well because we had the wall of art behind us for the first time, right? We did conventions before and we just had the table, but now we put up the wall of art like a real artist. So we had like a green screen stand, which is just a big pole that hangs back behind everything. And you hang art from it.
Mm-hmm.
And I found a really cheap way of hanging the art, and it's just tape and then the little sleeves, and then the customers have no idea that it's not like a $2,000 wall of art.
Right. Yeah. They don't notice how MacGyvered it is,
Yeah, it works out really, really well. And then the nice thing is you could just assemble it, as you go.
Look at him exposing the business faster than Kenny Omega wrestling a doll. Oh my fucking God, Brandon. What are you doing? I'm trying to cast out demons over here and you're exposing the business.
Sorry.
You're supposed to say you had a $2,000 wall covered in thousands of dollars in artwork.
Well, I used to do this show called The Masked Magician where I would reveal magician's secrets. But since that was canceled, I have to reveal the artist's secrets now. Since
I can't even have Shelby anymore. You've taken his spot in my anger chain.
I could start talking about Hard Case if you want.
No, Jesus Christ, no. Let's go back to Exotica Con. I want to hear more about this awesome booth, and I did see some pics, and it looked like things were going good.
Yeah, it was a really great show. It was so for the past 2 years prior to this one, like my first Exotica was really, really good, and I had a free table, and I sold a bunch, and it was like, wow, I should probably keep going to these shows. And the second year was not nearly as good, and I had chalked it up to being the fact that the first year there was a tattoo convention across the hall from Exotica, and it was just a lot of crossover. And I would imagine that tattoo people are a lot bigger fans of art rather than like comic book fans who don't give a shit about art unless it's just a picture of a character that they like. And so I had chalked it up to that. But then this year, the idea of, that whole thing was just basically thrown out the window. And it just seemed like the first 2 years, because it was during kind of like that COVID-y shutdown time frame, conventions are just back in full force right now. On Fridays at Exotica, they have women get in for free. So it's
sexist.
It's hugely discriminatory. And it's, it's the worst kind of discrimination because it's the kind against me,
Right.
But as the business guy there, I just have to deal with it. But so anyway, it's the couples day, and Friday is like the best day for me at that show because a lot of women are buying the art because the guys are just a bunch of perverts and they're just there to talk to their favorite models or actresses or whatever. And, the women are there to like look at lingerie or toys or whatever. And then they see the art. And so Friday is usually the best day for me. A woman is like, whoa, man. It's like a man, but whoa. But on this Friday was so busy that even like Rosemont Convention Center's new cell tower infrastructure thing that they have like cell towers inside the building. There was no cell phone service because it was so busy. And it had that like the aisles were so packed that you couldn't stop walking. It was just like you couldn't stop and do anything. You just had to keep moving. It was awful.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then so Saturday ended up being an even better day because it was not nearly as crowded. But yeah, it was an awesome show, and I did more networking this time, because like people want like that kind of art, and I was trying to sell them on the idea like that digital art is really lame and it looks stupid on shirts and as logos, and people are overdoing it too much. Like you go on Fiverr and you get like some $50 piece of crap artwork, whereas you want traditional art. Traditional art looks awesome, and it's got this totally different look to it, and it's going to set you apart. And so, hopefully I'll get some callbacks on that. That would be awesome. And then Admiral Wackass showed up on Saturday.
Yeah, that's what I want to know about. What's he
up
to?
That was just Friday. That was the Friday thing. So Admiral Wackass showed up. He had never been before, and as getting a booth there, I get 6 free tickets. So if you're going out or you're in the Miami area and you want to go to Exotica and check out my table, hit me up. I have 6 free tickets to that show. So Admiral Wackass shows up, and he's just hanging around and stuff. And he had this plan where he was going to bring a cardboard homeless guy sign and then walk around with his backpack. And then the sign said, "Ask me about the butt book." And he was going to go and like try to slyly, stealthily shill the book. And I had a couple of people come over and say that some drunk guy was trying to talk about a butt book to them. And then so he was doing that, and he was going up to like the models and stuff and trying to get them interested in that. And he did bring over a couple. I think, what is her name? Jillian Jansen. I guess she's like a 10-year veteran of the industry. I had never seen her before. My virgin eyes, always averting that stuff. And so, but Admiral Wackass was very familiar with her from years ago, he said. And then she came over and she liked the artwork, and she was talking about how she's been in the business for 10 years and doesn't have a logo and everything. And so, yeah, that was really funny.
Started cutting the promo. She's like, "I've been in this business 15, 20 years. Exactly. I banked a lot of countries."
Yeah, and then he was trying to pick them all up, but he kept getting the, "Oh, you're so funny." But then I think he was being disillusioned. He came over and he was like, "I'm starting to think that these girls are not really into me."
Yeah, he was striking. He was hitting home runs. They're like,
"Oh man, dude, that guy, Admiral Wackass, gave Phil the courage later on in the night, and then gave me the courage the next day to go and just like give people some art that I want to work with and be like, "Hey, I got stuff," And yeah, that was great.
He said he's like, "I'm going up to all these chicks. They're saying that I'm funny, and then they want me to come to the after party."
Yeah. And he's like, "How's the after party?" And I said, "I always hear that it's really lame because on Friday night we were going to go, and it was just like the same cookie cutter guy walking through the door because they were checking. You had to have a VIP wristband, so you were either a VIP guest or you were an exhibitor. And it was just the same like cookie cutter guy, baseball cap, a little bit of a beard thing going on. They were all like 5'8", big jacket. They were all going in there. And I'm like, doesn't look like there's any women at this after party." So then instead of going to the after party, which he was really suspicious of, we went to Denny's, which ended up being who's that? Oh, so this was a big thing.
Yeah,
this guy came over to the table and he was like, "Oh man, your art is so good." It's like, "This is awesome." He goes, "You're probably the second best thing at this convention." And me thinking like, "Oh, he's here to see, some super hot chick or whatever." I'm like, "Well, what was your favorite thing?" and then he had a signed picture of RVD, and I'm like, oh, that's crazy. All right, like what is that guy doing here? Well, they couldn't get the Godfather. I guess he was booked, so they got RVD this time.
Yeah, Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, one and only.
He looks pretty good.
Yeah, man, he's in great shape. Man, he's ready for a comeback, so he might get signed.
Yeah, he's getting a look back by this girl here with the black hair. You know, she's walking past and giving him a second
Yeah,
look.
I think that's his wife. Or a wife.
Oh, that's his wife?
It might be. The pictures in the back.
Monday night.
You know.
The ghost of his wife.
She's like, I want you back, right?
Yeah, he does look great for his age. Rob Van Dam.
Here, let's see.
Yeah,
It says, I was there for the laughs. There were like 2 chicks that I got right up to the point where they were weighing how likely it was that I'd murder them if they took me back to the hotel room. Yeah, he also said that there was a lot of like secret boyfriends with these girls, and then they would eventually like get the broom and scare Admiral Wackass off. They're like, all right, you've been talking to the girl too long. Get out of here, you.
Yeah, he got a free pair of light up bunny ears because he was talking to these girls so long. Usually, I guess you have to give them your email for that, and they just gave them to him so he'd go away.
Yeah, probably.
That's what he said. Oh, hilarious. Yeah, so then after it was Saturday, and
there was a lot of crazy coincidences this weekend, but
crazy
this was one of them.
So we're like, oh, where are we gonna go eat after the show, right? Wackass is with us. We're like, oh, maybe let's go to Twin Peaks. We're like, Twin Peaks closes at like 11, and it was already late, right?
No, it was like 10:30, and they closed at 11:30 for some reason.
Yeah,
and we were still at the parking garage at the convention center, which was at least 30 minutes away because of traffic.
So Brand's girlfriend suggests we go to Denny's, right? Because Denny's is 24 hours over here. Probably everywhere.
It's an American institution.
Yeah.
They're always open.
So I told Wackass, hey, we're going to Denny's, and I thought you meant the Denny's by the convention center because it's very close, like 2 blocks away.
I said in my message, we could replay the message if you want. I said, oh, it's right next to Twin Peaks.
Yeah, but when I heard right next to, I stopped the message because I knew we were going to stay right next to Rosemont.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Convention center. So then I tell Wackass we're going to the Denny's next to the convention center, which is super close. And then I had to retell him that no, we got to go to the one by Twin Peaks because that's out by where we live, like 5 minutes away. So we go to Denny's. We all meet there. You guys were there before me, right?
Yeah, a couple of minutes.
And I come sit down.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're talking about how Wackass is,
crazy
kicking
job
in the face or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, it's his crazy job. And then Brandon, I'm my back's to the door and Brandon is sitting in front of me. And then what did you say?
2 guys walk in, and one is dressed very unusually with a very large, voluminous head of hair. Mm-hmm. His head was not large. His hair was voluminous, I should say.
Right. Voluminous.
And,
voluminous.
Yeah, voluminous. And then so I'm like, dude, is that Steranko right there? And then he's coming in and sitting down.
Uh-huh.
And
I'm like, what? And then I look over my shoulder and I'm like, oh yeah, that is. So randomly, he had I snuck a little picture here. Don't tell him. Another over-the-shoulder picture was taken.
Yeah.
Of Jim Steranko
exercising this man.
Right. Now that's why we were talking to Joe Ball is casting out demons. Jim is casting out demons from this guy, right?
All the time. It's what Jim does. He goes around and every place he goes, he's purified it once he's left, and then it's up to the people that remain to maintain it. he is a man of God. You can just tell by his hair.
So, but this is how weird it was. Last weekend, I mean, the weekend before this past weekend, I was in Michigan talking to Jim Steranko, and then he randomly shows up at the Denny's 5 minutes from my house when we're there.
And on the side of the Denny's, because there's like two halves of this Denny's.
Right. He could have been sat at anything. This is the butterfly effect thing, guys. If anything else, if I had to, my car broke down, or it was earlier in the day, we would have went to Twin Peaks. Or we could have went to the other Denny's.
Right.
But it all lined up perfectly so that we were there all there at the same time.
Well, Jim was there to try to cast out the pervert demon that has infested Brandon into going to these pervert conventions filled with pervert. Right. Except for you, at whack ass, you're a saint. But Brandon, I think it was a sign from God that Steranko needs to place his drawing hand upon your forehead and cast out that dirty perv demon that's deep in your soul.
I had to.
It's not going to happen.
It sounds cool though, doesn't it? Like it'd be a fun idea.
Against my better judgment, I had to tell Jim Steranko that we were coming from Exotica.
He's a guy. He doesn't care.
Jim's pretty wholesome.
Man, off Jim Steranko over here.
So I'm like, is it him?
Brandon knows he's about to be exorcised of these things that plague him, and now he's getting nervous. He's like, oh shit, this is true.
My impenetrable shield of kindness will protect my very soul. Don't worry.
Change your ways, people are saying. Repent.
You need to go Orthodox Catholic like your ancestors.
What's up, Sumo?
And have like 30 babies. It would be cool to see you trying to deal with 30 fucking babies. But you can do it, Brandon. If there's anyone that can do it, it's you.
So I had to eavesdrop to make sure it was him with his voice. And then after we ate, waited a little bit.
Now, what was Jim Steranko eating?
He was eating a Cobb salad with grilled chicken.
Yeah.
It was bigger than my head.
Was it bigger than his hair?
Yeah, it was a huge plate. It was a Denny's Cobb salad with grilled chicken. Yeah, so then after I went up to him, and Admiral Wackass said, Phil, just go up to him. I went up to 30 porn stars today and talked to them.
Yeah, Phil's standing there with like his hat in his hand, like rolling his hat.
No, I was just waiting. I was standing there like a little urban girl waiting to jump into a game of Double Dutch, right? I was like,
no. You were like a little orphan kid, like, oh, excuse me, sir. I remember me from the multiple times that I've paid to meet you.
The other guy was talking about how he didn't like Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
The other guy?
Yeah.
That was the demon talking.
Yeah. Yep. Brandon called it. That's 100% correct.
Was he like, Jack Nicholson's Joker sucks?
Yeah. That's exactly what it was.
Good Lord.
Yeah. So then I'm like, hey. He's like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, I live here, Jim. What are you doing here? And then turns out he was at some pulp convention a mile down the road from the Denny's. So that was cool.
Yeah, that was.
He was lying to you. He was also at Exotica, right?
I wouldn't have been
surprised. Chicago, young fella. That's what he said.
That would have been awesome. At Exotica.
I'm not buying for a second. It was just all happenstance. He was right there and then meeting some ladies.
Would make sense.
Yeah, so that was the weekend.
Well, then there was Sunday, and Sunday was good, which I actually sold stuff on Sunday, which was nice because generally I don't sell anything on Sunday.
Yeah, go down, let everybody know how many things you sold.
Oh, yeah, I sold. So I keep my stuff pretty reasonably priced, I guess. I mean, I don't know how much you guys would sell it for, but prints of my 8.5 by 11 pinup style stuff. I just sell them for $10, just like I do on the website. But the website just includes the shipping. And then I sell the larger stuff for $15. But then I had comic books there, so I had Magic Cop, Lost Pages, CG Vacation, the Butt Book, and I guess that was it. But then I sold like 30 or 35 prints of the 8.5 by 11, and I sold maybe like, I don't know, 8 or something of the larger ones. And then I sold 9 comic books, most of which were Magic Cop. I sold both CG Vacations because some girl recognized Cyberfrog. Yeah. And she's like, "Oh, Cyberfrog, what's that?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is CG Vacation. We work with all the..." I give her the whole spiel, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, I've been watching Ethan's channel, and I'm really starting to get into like CG and comic books and stuff, and that's awesome." And then so she bought that, and then no, I totally should have. But and then she ordered a custom commission of this angel drawing that I have, but she wanted it with like huge breasts. I don't think like Dan Plagle size breasts, but just like much bigger breasts. And then when I emailed her about it, she wants it kind of like this angel woman with large breasts with a sword, like if she slayed some demon, like she was like the Joe Ball of sexy angels, basically.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. And then so that was cool. And then I sold a bunch of butt books, and yeah, and that was it. I sold 1 canvas print. Those usually.
When you do that commission, you got to tell her about the YouTube channel.
Yeah. Well, I have the email.
Yeah, tell her about Phil. He's a writer.
Yeah.
Mr. Renko several times now. They're practically best friends. Just give her the whole spiel, Brandon.
I mean, I wouldn't say we're best friends, but we're pretty good friends.
So yeah, talking to the other people that are at the show, it's always interesting because you have like exotic dancers and content creators and like old washed up chicks that are just there, I don't know, trying to get like crack money or something. I have no idea. And so usually I try to talk to the people that are around me. And I was explaining to the woman that was next to me, she's one of these very corpulent women. And so she's like, "Oh, how long have you been doing stuff? And how are you doing?" And just talking to her and thinking about it, I was like telling her about like Phoenix, how he's making like $20,000 in a weekend because he's scamming these weebs with his anime art. And and I'm a good fella. And so like I try to keep my prices reasonable. And so, but I was telling her that, a person at my scale who is just kind of like, a normie guy going to a show and stuff, like if you make table, that's pretty good. Like you're doing good. And I mean, whatever you guys say in Australia, but the tubular doesn't end in an E, it would, or a Y, wouldn't it be like tubby or something like that? Everything in Australia ends in a Y. Yeah, so I was like, oh yeah, if you make table, and I had made table like in the morning, or not in the morning because it's in the afternoon, but like very early on Saturday. And so that was cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Did you have corpulent boobs? No.
No.
In fact, we could do a giveaway. I have some prints of her that she left on her table. I grabbed them, planning on doing a giveaway. So we could do a raffle in the chat for the free print of my neighbor from Exotica, and it'll come with a signed apology letter from me when you receive it. In a nice envelope, you'll get the print.
We'll have to do a poll to see who wants the print. Have to show the prints off.
Does making table mean something else? What do you think it means? It means paying for the table out of the money that you've earned at the show.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the first time. Well, yeah, it's the first time that we've made table. because we got a free table at C2E2 effectively, and then the first
we made
exotic.
table there.
I feel like we made bank at C2E2. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
I don't even know what to stay at the table, so I have nothing to say.
This guy. Hey, Diaz brothers, you want a table with me? I'll see you on Sunday.
Dude, I had booze to drink. What do you want from me?
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Do it again.
I was in Cincinnati just trying to enjoy my time, and there was like a football game and shit, and I had important things to do.
Yeah,
but I was kind. I gave people my space, and then I dipped the fuck out.
Are you doing it again this year, Joe?
I don't know if I'll get a booth, but I'll at least go down, stay a few days for the show.
Yeah.
We'll see. We probably will. I mean, it's just like right now at this very moment in time, I just don't care. But I will once it gets a little closer, you know.
Yeah. Talk about this Friday. All right. Well, what was I going to say here? Oh, this guy, we got Bobby in the chat. See Bobby? Is Bobby still here? Bobby Chrysophus? He sent me this. He was at a real convention this weekend. He went to Wicked Comic Con. It seems like he had a lot of fun. Went to Wicked Comic Con with his hetero life mate, Vaughn Coleman. You know Vaughn Coleman? He's another young guy. He's another young man. And look, they hung out with Bisley. Got some pictures and stuff signed by Simon. Like Simon's got this new giant ass typo negative tattoo on his hand in yellow.
Sweet.
Is that in case he gets into a motorcycle accident?
Right, that's his blood type.
That's what I figured.
And he got his Lobo vest signed by Biz. So that was cool.
Yeah.
And then Bobby said he was talking about me. He's like, hey, you know Phil Diaz? I know Phil Diaz. And Simon was probably like, oi. You know. So that was cool. Shout outs to Bobby.
Stop calling me.
Simon's like, that motherfucker calls me at 4 a.m.
Doesn't he know I live in Britain?
Yeah.
He's got the heavy metal action figure. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, and check this out. He did he's got this like wall of Batmen. Actually, let me he sent me a better picture of this. I want to know who all these other artists are, Bobby, if you could say them in the chat that drew these Batmen.
Yeah, that's really cool. The Batman with the short ears like that. I always like that look.
There we go. So you got Glenn Fabry. I could read that one. He looks like he's dying or something.
He just drank a glass of milk that's been sitting out for a few hours.
And I like that. Well, Glenn's a painter, you know. So. I don't know who this one is.
Vaughn Coleman's in the chat.
Vaughn Coleman's in the chat?
Yeah.
What's up, Vaughn? We were just showing your ramen-esque hair on stream.
He's doing the Justin Timberlake. He's bringing it back. He's bringing sexy back, as it were.
Hip again.
There he is. All right, who is this? Who are all these? Bobby, why is he not saying? Here's Simon's is the biggest and coolest one.
He says Glenn Fabry, Tom Mandrake, Russ Braun, Javier Fernandez, Bilson Kevich.
And there's Bill's. I figured this was Bilson's. It's as if
that's weird. That's like Batman Super Gale.
He's like getting sucked into a black hole.
Yeah. That's Batman. You have Batman at the top where he drank the glass of milk that's been sitting out too long, and then Batman's running his knee into a stool in the dark right there.
His build. And then Simon's is the newest one, so he's like, oh, I gotta outdo all these guys.
So he went as big as possible.
Yeah, but I do like this one here. He's like a little.
Yeah, it's very clean,
smiling, clean Batman.
Yeah.
But it says Venom for some reason. Venom with a question mark? I think he's offering someone Venom.
Venom?
Like some Venom? I was sick. I must have been a cool convention. Everybody, that was in Boston. Wicked Comic Con. Wicked.
It says wrong. Glenn is the newest one.
Glenn is the newest one. Wow.
Rusted Batman Venom is what he's saying.
Oh, that's right. The storyline. All right. Did you guys hear about BuzzFeed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's in the chat for BuzzFeed people.
Oh, fuck BuzzFeed.
Some F's in the
Yes,
chat.
F's in the chat for
now this is.
BuzzFeed.
Did you guys see this? The reason it went under?
No.
This is not a drill. And here's a BuzzFeed article, BuzzFeed.com. Dear men, please stop wearing cargo shorts. BuzzFeed article.
Wow.
And then this Kenny Bowling said, butt feed, shut hell up.
And they shut down because of that?
And then, this just in. BuzzFeed shutting down.
Kenny's a
Well, her sick burn was so sick.
Yeah.
They were coming back from.
Savage. I knew those guys were soy boys, but I didn't think that just a single savage tweet at them would bring down the entire corporation.
Sometimes all it takes is adding the word butt.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's just skin, but it's really offensive. Imagine if someone mooned you right now without you wanting it to happen. You would be, you'd just be so angry.
Well, it depends on how hot she is.
It's never a hot person when you're getting mooned.
Yeah, because then it's just some girl showing you her butt, right?
It's just some nasty dude with a hairy ass. That's how that works.
I could see that. I can imagine like Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Got your butt feet right here.
Where is this?
And then he says butt feet instead.
Oh, Carl.
Here we go. This is what I want to show off. Edwin, you got a new sketch card. These boobs are big.
They are. I love how Brandon knows exactly what I'm looking for in this campaign. So it supplies it. Yeah, so this is part of one of the sketch card comic book bundles I'll be offering during the campaign. It's finally here. I feel like I've been talking about this forever, but we're finally launching Friday live on Bancrofts. So everybody come hang out. Yeah, so this will be offered. The Shelby sketch card will be offered. I have a couple more that I'll be putting up. They'll be available right from the moment the campaign goes live. So yeah, if you haven't signed up for the campaign, please do so. Get your little discount on the comic. And yeah, man, I'm excited, man. It's time to get this thing launched and ready. Trying to get this set up. I just I sent it off to get approved from the printer. So everything looks on point. Hopefully it comes back in a couple of weeks and I can show it off to everybody. So super excited. Brendan did a great job on this. I love the colors. That's Alga for anybody who wants to know who that is, and she's one of the Vikings. So yeah, it's gonna be a very, very fun story. Really cool book. Like I said, I'm glad it's finally launch week. I'll be revealing more art and more stuff as the days go closer and closer, and I'll be making the round. So look for me everywhere.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Fund My Comic, guys. And yeah, be there Friday night, Bancroft's channel. We got a crazy Mad in the chat. What's up, crazy Mad?
So, yeah, this one was unusual to draw because the color palette of her is like a single note. Because it's like a lot of browns and skin tones and stuff. So that was really interesting to try to make it look really cool. Yeah. I think it worked.
No,
I
that
like
looks good, dude.
Yeah, that looks good.
And then, considering that this is the size of a postage stamp, I think it turned out pretty good.
A little bigger than that. I wanted to talk about this too. I just tweeted this out, guys. I know General Piggy jumped on this, but if you guys are interested in original art, our boy Maxie is getting ready to move, actually moving to the States, and he is selling a bunch of original art from books he's done in the past, including the Lost Pages. So if you're a fan of the silhouette, he did all of the Lost Pages too, basically, and he's got a lot of those originals. So if you hit him up, either on Twitter or Instagram, or message me if you're interested, and then I'll have him hit you up. He's selling them awesome prices, basically a steal for original art in these pages. So you guys, it's some great deals on this. So if you guys dug that story and you like his art, you like the silhouette, there's some awesome pages that he's going to be able to send out to you. So check that out. See General Piggy. Appreciate you guys being interested in that. Yeah, he just hit me up and he's like, "Hey man, can you shout me out?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, awesome." And he's coming to the U.S. It's good to see. Captain Bipto, what's up? Finally got my cash grab. Thanks, guys. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, those are going out. Check your mailboxes, everybody.
Yeah, and
also
for the
check
14 people here, make sure you go back to your cash grab campaign if you've moved in the last 2 years, because make sure your address is correct, because we've received like 20 packages back, and for whatever reason, nobody's answering their emails when I ask them for their new address. So if you don't get your book, there's a reason, and it's probably your own fault.
Yeah. So, I was just going to say to do that as well. Also, big win for us, guys. You guys saw this. I guess Chris Faction, he sounds like a professional wrestler. He's doing this, another one of these death matches.
That is his real name. Can we get a fact check on that?
Yeah, we're going to need a fact check on Chris Faction. But look at it. We were the underdogs. They put us up against Cyberfrog round 1, and we won. So
good.
Yeah. 59 votes and 62% to 37. Good old poll. There. So we're going to move on, and it looks like we're going to go up against Irene's character, and we can't let Irene beat us. All right.
Not after the way she's a bonk monger. She hates the bonk.
Yeah, she hates the bonk. She's an anti-bonkite. We can't let her beat Krim. When the time comes, I'll call upon you all, and I'm going to need you guys to vote for Crimstone.
Yeah. And then soon there'll be people recognizing Krim on covers of books at Exotica and buying them for no reason, because they're just getting into comics.
That's right. I also wanted to show this off. This is what's his name? Alan Goldman from, he's one of the boys from Brazil. He lives in Brazil. His name's Goldman.
Oh, yeah.
But he did this cool art. I think Nick Gear commissioned this because he just likes commissioning these fun mashups. You got Rage, Tin Soldier. What's this chick's name? Neon, I think. Radioactive.
It's really good art. It's excellent.
Those Brazilians, man, they got a special talent.
Well, yeah. I mean, if they're a clone of Hitler, you would think that they would be like some sort of superhuman. And if they, train
Brandon,
them from
what are you doing there? Jesus Christ, we're trying to look at a nice comic book page here, and he's like, "Hey, Hitler." Oh my
Christ! See, that demon did get into you, Brandon, over the weekend. Chill, take it easy.
My goodness.
Yes.
Goldman. You know what my favorite part of this
I
are these pipes.
Earlier, I'm turning into a fuddy-duddy. It's pathetic.
I like these pipes. So shout outs to Mr. Goldman for that, because that was really cool.
Look out for him. He might be next breakout artist here.
Wackass knows. They've perfected them. Finally. They failed art school, so the next generation.
Oh man. Yeah. Like if you wanted to revive basically any major book, you put this dude on it. Like if you want to revive X-Men, you want to revive any Top Cow book, like even most DC books.
Oh yeah, Goldman.
His art is so good. I love it. It's like the best of the 90s. There's no bad part of the 90s. And
Goldman touch right there.
Goldman. All right, we're going to talk about some weird, inexplicable things. And when we do that, maybe it's AI, maybe it's all a simulation, or maybe, just maybe, it's aliens.
Do it.
All right. This tweet says one of the clouds has malfunctioned. Let's take a look at this.
This would be so crazy to see for me.
What could it be?
It's clearly the roof is leaking from the dome that they're in.
This is some sort of Truman Show-esque situation.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, look, that's the only way to explain that. Leaky roof, right above head. No
What's
aliens.
outside the dome?
Life, brother.
It's raining outside the dome, and the roof is leaking.
Bancroft says God's taking a leak.
Outer space is just water.
Yes,
you can't even get past the dome, so God knows what this is.
Eric Huffle says that happens in Florida all the time.
Yeah, we know Florida's in the dome.
Well, yeah, but that's all just Florida man causing it.
Just a random little patch of rain in a bright sunny day. It sounds like Eric Huffle knows something we don't, and he's trying to cover this up.
Yeah, no, it's not an alien at all.
Nothing to hear here.
Aliens aren't real.
Yeah, there's no domes. What's a dome?
Casting out demons is real. Aliens is just silly.
Yeah, that's crazy. Imagine you were just sitting, imagine that was over somebody sitting outside eating. They would absolutely think something was specifically wrong with them.
Oh, for sure.
Started raining right on them.
I'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
All right, we got
really
video.
Yeah.
No, I haven't watched this.
Agenda. What's that?
I haven't watched this.
You haven't watched this? So this is two different scenarios.
This ends up as another swastika, Phil.
No, it has nothing to do with the boys from Brazil this time, I swear. Yeah. You're getting on me for my Hitler joke, and Phil literally showing me
read for the riot act about the last episode of the Hardline.
Yeah. Well, we've all been radicalized. Sorry, guys. I just play the video.
All right.
The Union Jack in Ireland joined the UK. First version. Second version.
You just got France. Share this with your friends to totally France them.
I Franced you, as well as everybody in the chat. You got Franced.
I really like the first flag.
You just got Franced.
It's terrible.
What?
I'm a little let down. I thought we were going to get Germaned.
Got Franced.
Sim's not even
Camera's
here.
right there. Camera's
Sim's
right
not
there.
even
Got
here.
Franced.
Yes, I could do or something.
Where's Sim? Sim was on Brian's show earlier.
Yeah.
Swearing.
Sim messaged me. He's like, I can't be on a show that shows off swastikas. So he's gonna pause for the next couple of weeks till the heat dies down.
Oh my god. Michael says I still have to wait another 2 weeks before I can get France. Yeah, it's when his French wife returns from Germany because she just got Germaned. My girlfriend has a
What is it with
theory.
all these German going on in the chat and in the streams lately? It seems like something's going on. Boys from Brazil.
There's a theory been going around on, and I'll let our 10 viewers in on this. I don't think Mel's coming back, Bancroft's wife. I think he recently was served papers, and she took the kids, went to Europe.
He's a regular Steven Crowder. Good Lord.
Yeah.
So he could join the Passport Bros, and we'll go knock it out in Thailand or something.
Well, he's coming to Tampa, and he's coming to Tampa, which is cool. The weird thing is he's staying at Camel Moon's place.
That is weird.
Ugh.
Because
have you had all your shots, Bancroft?
I was saying that he may have Mel may have found some pictures of Camel on his computer.
Oh God!
It's definitely divorce worthy.
Bancroft, are you going to put up with this?
Yeah, he says, look, he's crying as we speak.
Outrageous.
And
You need to
technically, if he comes to the United States, he is being a passport bro.
That's true.
He doesn't have to go to some weird island country with a bunch of brown girls. He can come to the United States.
Yeah, you need your tetanus
And
shots.
he wonders why the German talk keeps coming up.
See, here's the thing, Michael. It's interesting you said tetanus shots because you can't spell tetanus without anus.
Really?
Whoa. Yeah, it's right there in the word.
Oh, sweet. Fun facts are fun.
I just realized that. All right, we're looking at it. Brandon also brought this up last week. He was talking.
I basically produce 90% of the Hardline episode.
Yeah, but my shitty internet vomits it up. So this also coincides with what Joe's talking about. This is an image from Double Dragon. What's the one brother from Double Dragon's name? Any of them. Just give me a name.
Yeah, wasn't it? There's Billy.
Billy. Remember when Billy?
The other one.
Who's the other one?
Jimmy.
Remember when Jimmy?
Klaus.
Remember when Jimmy pointed at the camera and then cast the deep of his brother Billy in a Double Dragon?
Yeah.
And this is what it was.
Yeah, I remember this one. Shell Bean is not here for the joke, though.
Yeah, where is Shell Bean?
He's
Also,
ruined
we have to do a Double Dragon viewing with the chat on a special night.
with our chat.
Yeah.
We're also supposed to play Pajama Sam.
We have to play Pajama Sam as well. We have to do that.
In the chat, double points for if you know what the real Double Dragons names are.
I think it's Billy and Jimmy. That's what Jay Ryan just said.
Yeah, that's not the real Double Dragons name.
From the game?
Yeah.
Or are we talking about the Crow?
Yeah, no, the Crow is a different film.
Oh, okay. Sumo says, do we have to? Yeah. Oh, also, Rob the Replicator messaged me today. He wants to come on. Rob the Replicator wants to come on one of our numerous shows to spin some sort of wheel.
Do we have a reel? A wheel?
A wheel. He has a wheel.
Oh, and he wants to spin a wheel on the show. Does he know that the ancient Egyptians supposedly didn't have the wheel and they had to pull everything on a sled, and they expect us to believe that they built the wonders of the world that are still standing for supposedly only the last 4,000 years?
I don't think he
Is
knows
he aware of this?
I don't
And he
think he
wants
is.
to spin a wheel on our channel?
But I also told him, I said, do you know the American Indian didn't have a word for wheel? You know?
Yeah.
And neither does the Australian Aborigine.
You know, I would pay good money to have Brando smarten up Rob about everything that's going on for like an hour, and then they can spin the wheel.
Well, listen to this. Some insight. Rob thinks aliens built the pyramids.
Well, Rob doesn't know what he's talking about, clearly.
Clearly.
He probably thinks they built the wheel, too. Appreciate Eric Hupples putting a wheel in there in the chat.
Yeah, it was Hammer and Spike. So Admiral Wackus gets the double points.
What is this? Hammer and Spike? That's the names from the game?
Yeah, they're the two guys from the game.
They sound evil.
I mean, they're the guys. And then they both collectively have one girlfriend that gets kidnapped at the beginning of the game, and they have to go and kind of. Yeah.
They also worked on American Gladiators, so it was just easier to not have to think of more names.
Yeah.
So
they were
last
well known
night,
already.
Last night I watched
Roundly dude. This goddamn Aborigines.
Last night I watched Quigley Down Under, Brandon.
Oh yeah.
Severus Snape is in that film.
Yeah.
And the girl, who I think, you correct me if I'm wrong, is that the girl from Just Shoot Me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Laura, Sanji, and Como.
Nice. She looked pretty good in that film. And then after that, I watched that cowboy movie that Brian was talking about, which is a great title. The title of the cowboy spaghetti western I watched last night, God Forgives ... I Don't. It's a great title. All right, we got Babe of the Week to do, boys. Who was the Babe of the Week?
I don't actually remember.
I believe it's still Olivia Dunn.
The champion one? Yeah.
Olivia.
Yeah, because I said the chat had voted wrong last week, and it was Olivia Munn that they didn't vote for.
Right, Olivia Dunn.
Yeah.
Who was she up against?
She was up against Olivia Munn versus Olivia Dunn.
Oh, I just didn't realize these were two different people.
Yeah.
All right.
So you've been away for far too long.
Yeah.
Munn.
Been on a soldier.
Why don't you pick a new one, JB, since you've been gone far too long?
A new challenger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. I don't know. Give me like 2 minutes to think about it.
All right.
In honor of one of the other Babes of the Week, long-running Babes of the Week, in the chat, members can now go down into their custom emojis and click on the very tasty blueberry gummy and spam that in the chat to honor one of our fallen Babes of the Week from last year.
Yeah, let's see some blueberry gummies in the chat. Edward Wackus says throw her up against Jillian Jansen. Dunn blows her out of the water, though. She might be watching.
Yeah, I'm sure she's watching.
You told no one about the YouTube channel.
No, I was too busy.
How dare you,
getting
Brandon?
sexually
How
harassed.
dare you sell our comic books?
You know how many
Promote our
shorts,
brand, but
you know
ignore
how
the
many
YouTube.
shorts Michael Bancroft makes a week, Brandon?
Yeah, I've seen his view. What is that? A view count? Like skyrocketing?
Yeah, he's got like 2 million views now or something.
Yeah, is that from the shorts?
Yeah. It's from
But
the
is he
shorts.
doing like the thing where it's like, what's the deal with boomerangs? You throw them and then they come back at you. And then like he
Yes,
gets clonked in the head, right?
exactly what he is doing.
Right.
No,
That's
he's like,
funny.
I bet you thought Mario was a movie. Turns out it's just a movie.
and then that's his short.
That
And
was
everybody goes crazy
Well,
in the comments.
I sent a link to your Instagram.
My Instagram, all right.
If you guys want to use this chick, there's plenty of pictures of her not in cosplay, just in normal clothes, so it can still kind of work.
I don't like it already.
Let's see. Yeah, Hyper Wizard does do.
Oh, Hyper Wizard. Almost
Video.
9 million views. It's crazy, dude. That's awesome.
Well, here's the thing. He was telling me that to monetize shorts, you have to hit like 10 million views on shorts before you could start monetizing them.
Yeah, there's some ridiculous stipulations on that, but like, who gives a crap? Because it's just about getting out there.
Really?
Like, the money.
Is my wrestling channel has monetized shorts.
Really? All right. Have you made shorts?
Yeah, I have a couple on there.
No.
Ooh, those views, man.
Yeah,
All right. Let's see. What's this girl's name?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I don't. I just know she's Canadian.
Mimi Seaman is her name, I guess.
Nice.
Which is interesting. All right, guys. Here's Mimi Seaman, which is her name. Mimi Seaman. What's a good picture we should click on here?
I mean, it doesn't matter. She looks decent in 90% of them.
Is this a cosplay?
No, it's just regular clothes. They wearing her bunny outfit back up there. Everyone likes that. Ballerinas are nice too.
Is this a bunny? Bunny for
yeah.
Easter. All right. Easter bunny. Go to post. 10 million views if you've only ever done shorts. Bancroft says. All right.
Oh.
Mimi Seaman against Olivia Dunn. Put the poll in the chat here. Of the week.
Now, is Olivia Dunn an actress? What's her claim to fame?
She
She's a
is
gymnast.
Gymnast.
Gymnast. Okay.
Let me see. Men.
Be careful.
All right.
Tread lightly on the internet, my dude.
This is Olivia. Everybody, you get the poll is in the chat. You guys could vote. Seems like she's having a fun time. And this
Sure, her cameraman is miserable.
is Melanie. Her cameraman's miserable?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I'm sure she takes pictures every 2 minutes of her life. Like, yeah, I know we're seeing this beautiful sunset, but can you like get over there and shoot me from here, from this angle? I need to post on my Insta.
Yeah, this one doesn't seem Asian. Black ass. Yeah, Brandon, you should make some shorts.
Of drawing naked chicks.
Anything. No, it's got to be about
that have the American flag on them that I could show, I guess.
Oh, yo, I went to the comic shop today, and our boy Jim, you know Jim, right, Brandon?
Yeah.
Jim at the comic shop. I bought some Venom books because this artist I'm interested in, and Donnie Cates wrote these. And he's like, "Hey, did you know Donnie Cates used to shop here before he started writing comics?" And I'm like, "No, did he live here or something?" He's like, "No, he like was friends with this son of some race car driver that lived over here, and he was staying with him for a while. And then he got hired at Dark Horse, but then he never came back to sign any books here when he got the Dark Horse gig. And I told him, I won't forget you, Jim. I'll come back there to sign." That's what I told him. So there you go. But I got this book, which is kind of cool. Kelsey Shannon suggested this artist to me. His name is Steve Mannion. And I just saw a book of his. It's like a swimsuit book that he did of his character called Fearless Dawn. She's kind of like this tank girl-esque character, but it's all like these pinups.
We could just let one of his pieces of artwork be Babe of the Week.
Yeah. These are pretty cool. I don't know if they're all his art, but they might be. I just flipped through it, so I got it. It's going to show Kelsey. Which is the cool one? So the cool. Oh, yeah. This one's awesome. Good spread.
Not Berserk.
It's a hot chick. It's not a little naked fairy.
Gross.
That's what's in Berserk.
You're getting infested with the same demons Brandon's filled with.
It's all in Berserk.
I'm going to have Steranko place his hand on both your heads at the same time and do a super exorcism. It'll be next level.
We got Lord Ravener in the chat. What's up, Lord Ravener? We got the poll going. Mimi in the lead. Over.
We didn't do a poll about the raffle giveaway. Oh, so I guess Admiral Wack won it because he put the spike and hammer. He got the double points, so he's had most points in the chat. So Admiral Wackass, you've won the print.
So he gets the print. You go get the print, or are we going to raffle it on the Diaz Brothers show?
I think it will have been too long away from the show.
Go get it. Show Wackass what he won.
The poll was rigged. The rigged poll. You want me to show it?
Is it safe
show
to show?
All right, hold on. We'll get it.
Show us what Wackass has won. He says he'll take it. Oh, man. I think Brandon's going to sign it, too, or he's going to send you a note of apology for sending it.
Well, both are suitable.
Yeah. Creators Outlet is here. What's up, Creators Outlet? Good to see you. It's Hail Nerds. Cargo shorts.
They've returned.
All right, Brandon's back to show the winnings. Need a couple more.
We have 2 sets of stuff, or 3 sets of stuff we can win. So we have the print of my booth neighbor at the show. Right there. You can see her. Right there. And then we also have the prints of Ms. Not Mrs., but Ms. Sexy Saigon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She also left prints on her table, so I grabbed them to give them away here because we're the only channel that gives away stuff like this.
That's right. Free stuff.
We gave away, look, we've been giving away barrels. We've been giving away skateboard decks. All right. And now we're giving away prints.
Being one of the apology. All right, we got now we have 2 more people in the chat. If you guys haven't voted yet, we're going to close the vote in 30 seconds. The vote is between the champion Olivia Dunn, and the new challenger,
Oh my god.
Mimi Seaman, right here, as you can see here. So vote. We're going to close it in 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Oh, and if you guys have not yet, we did do an update today for the lost pages. Very late, mind you, because I forgot that it was Monday. And then I didn't have all of the art from Sim for the sketch cards, but put an update today. The sketch cards are going up tomorrow. Probably roboting here. Sketch cards are going up tomorrow for those who are interested in sketch cards for the Lost Pages 3. Sim did some kick-ass sketch cards. He did do 3 of them, and they'll be up at 2:30 Central Time on the campaign. And we added some original art. So this beautiful piece by Matt Dalton, the Wastoid pinup, the original art is on here. If you guys are looking for some original stuff, this is going to be an inside chapter cover, might be a back cover. I'm not sure yet. But if you guys are looking for another thing to grab to help push us to our next stretch goal, which would be unlocking the Kenneth Rocafort playing card, the King Crim playing card. Look at that. So every share and support and backer counts to get us to unlock this for all the backers. So thank you guys for making this the biggest 60-day campaign we've had so far. We're already 33,000. Oh. Awesome. All right, I'm closing the poll. We got 18 votes, 16 people in the chat. The poll's closing. Lord Ravener says, is the Sims card going to be colored? No. So 2 of them are going to be inked. The Wastoid one is just penciled because it's rendered heavily. So his won't be colored, but they'll be cheaper than the usual colored ones. All right. 18 votes. Wow. We had an early lead from Mimi, 44% to 55%.
Oh, it's pretty close.
Olivia Dunn takes it. She retains the championship still. Couldn't be taken down.
Gonna be tough to beat.
Yeah, wow. Now the poll is correct, and holiness is restored to the stream, says Admiral Wackass. And now Ravener's calling for rigged. Ravener, you've been in the chat for 5 minutes.
Well, he's probably talking about how he didn't win the Prince.
Oh,
that's probably why he's saying.
Yeah, that is rigged. Brandon was totally telling us you weren't going to win. Like specifically.
That is true. Yeah. Actually, let me refresh this because I think I did not refresh this from earlier.
Can a raffle with no true winner really be rigged, though?
Oh, they do it with the presidential election. So.
Yeah. Exactly.
There's never any winners on that one.
Oh yeah, see, Admiral Wackass says that he'll forward you the fat chick one right.
See, we're all winners here.
You get that.
Oh, you just want to keep Miss Sexy Saigon to
Yeah.
yourself. I see how it is.
Yeah, we'll send them to you when we send out the cash grab. All right, that's end of the show, guys. We also got check all the links down below. Got Death, which we were talking about on Friday's stream, as always. Still on Indiegogo. All the hard work that JB's putting into that. Look at this. Pay $80, 1,100 backers. Dude, this is awesome. Everybody, if you haven't backed it, back it. Spread the word. Tell your friends.
Yes, thank you, Phil.
It's looking good. How's everything on there? Yeah, no problem, bro.
This
we got
book's
that.
killing
We got Tales from the
Just hoping
Natverse.
people know. Book is brutalizing me within an inch of my fucking life. But I'm getting it done. I promise.
Good. It's great to hear. Now, what's this? Matt Downey says, Phil, go shake your ass on Camelots for your book. Yeah, I'm going to have to, I guess.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna have to. Well, I'll do extra hard bench days for that, so I can take my shirt off on stream, and then drink eggs. Did you drink the eggs?
Well, no, I didn't have any. Like, it's like a weird mix of like eggs and milk and whiskey, and I had like milk. That was like the only ingredient I had. So I was like, I looked in my fridge for the closest thing, and I was like, mayonnaise has a ton of eggs. I mean, that's 90% of what it is. So I just ate like 2 giant scoops of mayo just straight. It was pretty banging. It was good. That's the thing. It grossed out the chat, but the trick was they didn't realize I was enjoying it thoroughly. It's like, this ain't bothering me none. I can sit here and eat a whole fucking jar of mayo. Easy.
Yeah, anyone else would be disgusting. Yeah, I would rather eat the eggs and milk than the mayonnaise.
No, I love mayo.
I don't think the eggs and milk is going to be bad. Like, so I don't have whiskey, right? And I don't drink. So what would be a good, like, maple syrup?
No, you have to drink, brother. That's see, I had vodka too, so I was already wasted. So that part of it was filled in. The only thing I missed was the milk. But no, you gotta have the booze. It's pointless without the booze.
What about flat cream soda?
No, you've got to drink booze like a normal human being. How this works. You can't weasel your way out of this one.
I'll talk to Camelot about it. Maybe I'll sell it for.
I'm gonna tell Camelot what to tell you about it. I'm gonna say force the issue. He needs to drink the booze.
Mayo, the egg substitute. Yeah, it's disgusting.
It's also full of seed oils.
Oh,
Not the kind I had. It's pure.
Pure mayo?
Pure Hellman's mayo. The perfect mayo. Actually, I think it's Kroger brand. I don't know.
Pure mayo. All right.
Pure bread, 100% mayo.
We're going to wrap this up. If you guys need something to read, go to cgnow.com. I just got a button, acrylic button, which is awesome, straight from the land down under. It's downstairs. I don't have it with me. I showed it on.
You go all the way downstairs and have to carry this up the stairs.
I showed it on Friday when we had 70 viewers, so I think everybody here saw it already.
We could have 13 completely unique viewers from that other show right now.
I don't believe it. Go to CG Now, go to zcomics.com. We just sold some books today. Did you see that, Brandon?
I did.
Did you see well, I don't want to dox them, but
yeah,
they live
I
somewhere.
would imagine that there was somebody from the show.
You think so?
Yeah. It was probably the guy who bought both Magic Cops, because he came on Friday. This dude was fly. Oh my God, this dude was so fly. He had like this pink pimp's hat on, but like the small one that like the Godfather would wear, the wrestler. And then he had like this fuzzy jacket with a big, or no, the jacket wasn't fuzzy, but the lapels were fuzzy.
Yeah.
And he was all like pimp walking, as a white guy. And then he came over to the table. I'm like, dude, that hat is fly. And he's like, thanks. And then he was really into Magic Cop. And then he had to go get cash. And then he came back on Sunday, all dressed down like a normal person. And he picked him up. It was cool. So he was very, very excited about them. So I would imagine it was probably him.
Yeah, well, whoever backed lives in Illinois. So
yeah.
There you go. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll be on Vaughn Coleman's show with Bobby Crucifix. Hopefully. Hopefully Bobby's there. I don't want to just be there with just Vaughn. We'll be talking about the Lost Pages. I guess Vaughn just read them. Talking about that, which is awesome. Wednesday, we got Camel's show. And Thursday, we got Creative Block on Narwhals this week. And then Friday, we got the Diaz Brothers show. Lots of streaming. And go over to some other channel and tell them we sent you. Bye, everybody.
Peace.
Later.
See you later. We don't have any outros on this. Oh, here we go.